Hello, friends. I'm feeling professional today. As always, if you have been enjoying this series, drop a like. That would be most fantastic. So, Day of Fours, brand new side, big ambitions from the club, it would seem. One thing I hadn't realised about them, actually, is that they were in the top flight as soon as like 3 seasons ago in this. It might have even been 2. So they have a history there, and hopefully we can return them to that. Also, right now, as you're watching this, Streamer Showdown is back over on Twitch tonight. It's the draft tonight, Saturday and Sunday, of course, for the main events as well. But it'd be lovely to see you over there, maybe after you're done watching this video. And if you've already watched the draft and now you're watching this, then hi. I imagine I did shit. We have kits now. I've basically got a kit pack for all of the Swedish leagues. I'm going to attempt to make some with Kit Basher as well, so we can get our own custom ones. But for now, I wanted to make sure that we had something. And they've got a lot of sponsors. They have a lot of sponsors. But it's still very early days. 18th of January, full season, like season-y season, beyond the Swedish Cup, doesn't start the Swedish Cup. Like, do half in Swedish, half in English, Matt. You know how to do it. Doesn't start till April. So we've got plenty of stuff to get through today, as well as trying to make some signings. Now, it's obviously not going to be quite as bombastic of a transfer window as perhaps normally would be, on account of the, well, that being the budget. Maybe that could get a man, perhaps, if we're lucky. Whether he's any good at football or not is a totally different matter, but we'll do our best, all right? Loans, I sense, are going to be pretty key as well. I don't know what the staff are like, actually. How are we doing on staff? Okay, so we will at least have to be able to, well, appoint some staff. That'd be good. But just looking at our current squad and who we'd put where, it appears to me as Blair Turgid would have to be the poacher / advance forward. And I'm guessing with that in mind, or Marola, actually, hang on, let's see. Passing, he's 5'5", fairly quick. Or would he be better as the advance forward? It's really tough to say. No, simply because Turgid has much better. He has terrible passing. I say terrible. His passing vision is worse, and I kind of want a bit better than that. Although he does at least have the height. Honestly, that might be an area that we'd look for a player to play alongside Turgid if I could find one to go along and be that sort of advance for the deep line forward role. And now Ingebrigtsen obviously is the attacking mid. We already looked at him in the last episode. That's a no-brainer. But one midfielder picks himself. Anthony Angeleri, probably the best player at the club in terms of ability, and that could be anybody. It reckons William Kendall for now, and yeah, the finishing definitely lets him down a bit, but the composure might be able to sort of supersede that a little bit. Lovely lovely pros as well. These bits kind of pick themselves, although do they? Yeah, they kind of do, because Lindell is actually right side, isn't he? So that would in theory make Bengtsson the best option there. Is it Benson, or is it just Benson? It might just be Benson for all I know. As for the centre-backs, that's interesting, actually, because if you look, our 3 best, so it's Wurtz, Harrell, and Ulsen. Definitely an area that we're going to need to get some depth in, I would say, and Ulsen there as well. What about the footedness? So right foot, reasonable left. Good on both feet, which is excellent news. Good left foot. Okay, actually, so that would make sense to have Harrell on the left, potentially. Centre-backs for me and the deep line forward are probably the 2 areas. If I could pick like 2, that would be the areas that I'd go after, since we're not going to have a lot of money to do much more than that. I'm actually going to do what I don't normally do for some of these roles, and that's place an advert, because it will allow us to skip the tedious part where none of them will afford. We can't afford half the people that we can scout, essentially. But I am going to go have to look for some scouts myself, because that's just super important right now. As with FM this year, and I'm sure a lot of you will have noticed this, essentially, if a member of staff doesn't have a contract and is not at a club, they will, oh, hang on, no, Vicente. Hang on, though. Unless they're Vicente. Come on! Sorry, I have Vicente on my other save. He's amazing. Almost always, they'll demand insane wages, except for Vicente. So we've just been presented with this. We've already got some issues that are not my fault. Hey, issues that aren't my fault for once. Take it. Sadly, though, goalkeeper wants to leave for a new challenge, which is disappointing, but we do at least have 2 goalkeepers. Not ideal, though. I'd rather just hold on to him if we can, unless someone gave us loads of money. So they just suggested me, this guy, in the meeting, to suggest him to be our new head of youth development, and he wants more money. Why would you suggest him to me, then? Of the 4 people they suggested to me in the meeting for staff recruitment, 3 of them want wages that are impossible for us to even come close to matching. So the board's expectation is win promotion and reach the group stage of the Svenska Cupen, which is what we're already in. So that's fine. That will give us a little bit of a bonus. And since it's our first professional job, we actually have professional training schedules. Finally, we can actually train the players. Imagine. Okay, first job press conference. Let's crack it. What does it mean to me, Saga? Oh, I'm honoured and confused. Fair and realistic? I mean, I was lied to about the money, if I'm honest, Frederick, so I'm a little bit perturbed by it. Krista and Thomas just sat here the entire time. Did you not have a question? It's all about Sorga and Frederick. They run the show here, apparently. Talk to you later. After his first interview with the press, Kalle had noticed that one of the journalists had been especially quiet and asked no questions at all. As Kalle was leaving, he was approached by Krista Olsen, the silent journalist. He said nothing, but shook Kalle's hand and inserted a scrap of paper into it. Upon returning to his car, Kalle unravelled the paper to reveal an onyx wasp and a phone number. Okay, Vicente's in as well. He's such a good scout. Like, in all seriousness, if you're starting a save with a side who are fairly low reputation, like I had him at Treaty United in the 2nd tier, get Vicente as a scout. He won't ask for lots of money, and he's unbelievable. And he usually brings with him a big whack of players that you can sign straight off the bat. We'd have to get them on sort of this kind of cash down here, and that would be extremely tough. When you look at the squad statuses of these types of players, they're mostly fringe backup. Maybe I could shuffle a tiny bit more of this over, but I don't know how much difference it will really make. Not a lot. Great knowledge of Africa, and my god, I wish we could sign some of these guys, because there is some insane talent, particularly in the Ivory Coast and Senegal. Now Big Jeffrey wants to leave. We actually have 3 goalkeepers who are almost identical in terms of certainly their star ratings anyway. Now, whether that means they're better or worse as a goalkeeper, I don't know. I swear I've had Frederick Ibsen on a previous save. What about Julius Dirksen? Okay, jumping reach is extraordinarily good, potentially. Solid there, that's good. Just depends heavily on what his actual defensive attributes are like, and they're not looking swell. Okay, so plenty of responses to the Head of Youth Development advert. Let's try Robin Eklund. I thought the whole point of the adverts was that you get people that will actually accept the role for a money you can afford. Every single one on this list of people wants more money than we're allowed to offer. Okay, so there's a deep line forward striker here at Esbjerg. Nicholas Kvistgaard. Terrible finishing, but the passing is actually what I'm more interested in. Good jumping reach too. He might be, I know we can't see too much about him, but he could be maybe what we're looking for here. Particularly he's on low wages. Please don't tell me they want stupid money alongside. Oh, yes. They only want us to pay 80%. I think it's worth the risk for £200 a week. Particularly as I think that's where we'd actually play him. Just looking at any unattached players that sort of meet some of our requirements. Save my scouts having to try and find them themselves. Maybe we'll just have to get lucky on a couple. Okay, that's not excellent. I'm just going to go through it. Most of these probably won't be good enough, I don't think. It's almost like my scouts are better scouts than I am. Who could have imagined that? I would be very happy if we were to get Kvistgaard. Some really... Look at these talented players that we cannot possibly afford. Could loan him, though. Do you reckon they'd loan him to us? No way. Surely they wouldn't. Nah, that would be silly. But we are getting Nicholas Kvistgaard. So that is really good. Maybe. We'll see. Please be good. Please be passable, Nicholas. Oh, dear God. Angry about wasting a loan spot. Loan spot? What spot? 9 players trained by a club in Sweden. I love that. They're disappointed because of the homegrown talent. Show me the homegrown talent. Show me it. I dare you. The thing is, because he's got reasonable jumping reach, he's not the shortest either. Not the quickest, which is fair. Finishing isn't great, but his composure's reasonable. He's got good passing. And I just feel like that might be enough. Maybe, I don't know. We're really struggling. This will be the lesser spotted transfer special where I make no transfers. Oh, God, no. Eric Lindell, definitely not. Slight interest. Okay, oh, God, that doesn't bode well up there either. Oh, no. Friends, somehow, some way, Blair Turgott has found a jet ski. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's going to be a real challenge now. Oh, dearie me. Following a fall. Blair, you're 31, not 91. Nobody gets injured having a fall when they're 31. Unless that fall is off of a jet ski, obviously. Injections. I'm sorry. How the hell would an injection get him through an injury that he's going to be out for 4 months with? Imagine that. Legs just hanging off, hanging by a tendon. They're just like, it's fine. Get him an injection. He'll hop through the next game and be out for 2 years. He's on a grand and a half a week. I'd rather that he left the club than got injured. Because now we can't use him or his wages. Sorry, Blair. I realise this is very insensitive of me, but you understand the position I'm in. I non-ironically feel like that might honestly be the end of our promotion hunt before it even begins, unless I can find a replacement striker in the next few weeks, which I just don't see happening. We can't afford one, so they'd have to be on loan. And who the hell's going to loan us a striker of that quality? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No way. Sorry, I realise. Those of you that watched my Africa save on Twitch last year will know just how amazing this is. I know that this would put us slightly into debt on the finances. I promise you, Panache is one of the best strikers I've ever used on FM. If we got Panache, Mutim Banyoka, on loan, this could actually be the best thing that happened to us this season. So, for those of you that are unaware more about Panache, firstly, that isn't actually his picture from the face pack. I put that in there when we were doing our Africa save last year. He scored, I think, 50 goals in a season for an AI club in the league. In the same league that we were managing, or something like that, basically. He scored a ridiculous amount of goals, and then we brought him in and he did the exact same thing for us. Weird thing about that as well is I've never seen him leave Africa. He always seems to stay in Africa his entire career on most saves and refuses to join. He wouldn't join my other save. This could be a game changer. I realise that the wage budget situation might take a bit of a hit. Oh my God. Oh, thank God it's only a tight calf. If we'd lost him as well, we're going to have to get through the first game against Östersunds without any strikers. She's just superb. At the very least, though, full match fitness for the lads, which is good news. That's, for the most part anyway. I say full match fitness. It's Better than it could have been, I suppose. God, if we get Panache. I'm excited now by the potential of getting Panache in. You don't understand the majesty of Panache. So we didn't actually have enough players to select a full bench, which is a bit concerning. I probably should have turned on some of the under-18 squads. Got them as well. Exact revenge on Östersund, sure. Not expecting much here. Good ball in. Ingebretsen! It's just such an easy goal. Marius Ingebretsen, 1-0 Degerfors. Come on. Kendall with a chance to put a ball in. Not a lot of bodies to aim for, but one of them is Horrell. It's in the back of the net, and it's Mads Harrell, and it's 2-0 Degerfors away at Östersund. Well, okay, maybe there's something more to this. Got your bodies in the way, lads. Oh, it's a great goal from Charlie Colkett, in fairness. Maybe Gal could have done better with that. Did I not? See, what's happened here is I think I forgot to select a bench. I don't know how that's happened, but I think I forgot to select a bench. Because I did... Because I had a starting 11 set specifically for the friendlies, and I didn't bother setting a bench up for them because I didn't care who was on the bench for those because my assistant was doing them. We came into the first game and it said, you haven't selected the maximum. I was like, oh, fair, because I forgot I hadn't done a selection of... That's fine. Who needs a bench? Benches are for pussies. Incredibly, benchless Degerfors win 2-1 away at Östersund and possibly could have had a third goal in this match. Look at all their shots. They were barely able to get near us. That is some result. The thing is, the club have accepted the loan bid. It's just a question of whether Panache will accept it. Yes! Oh, yeah. That is amazing. I know there's the issue with the wages, I realise, but trust me on this one. He is insane. Oh. I'm sorry, he's so good. Panache Mutimbanyoka joins us for the season on loan. He's a Zimbabwean international as well. He's reasonably quick. He's got phenomenal finishing and composure. Dribbling and first touch is great. He's reasonable in the air despite the lack of jumping reach that he's got there. His heading is decent. Decisions is good. Good mentals on there as well. Only a balanced personality, but the thing is, off the ball of 15 as well. He is so good. And in addition, we can actually offset this a little bit. We may not have a choice because he wants to go to Sirius and it would get his wages off and it would balance the books for us. Oh my god. Davide Mirola is now out for 6 weeks with a hernia. Are our strikers cursed? I swear to god, if Panache gets injured, I might just delete the save. You're proud of me? Selected a bench and everything. And Panache is in! As it appears that the counter is still going to happen. They're just going to get it from open play instead. And they've got a bit of support out wide as well. And oh, dearie me. Shocking play, and Hillagård makes it 1-0 Mjällby. We didn't really need that. Thoughts. Here we go. Kendall picks it up. Finally, a room to turn. Scoops it through. Panache is on the end of it, and he's going to get it as well. And there you go. First goal on his debut. Panache Mutimbanyoka equalises for Degerfors, and it's 1-1, and beautiful finish from the lad. Lovely stuff. First of many, hopefully. Oh, God. Loads of space for Alset. Ball in. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. They've had 2 shots on target and they've scored both of them, and it's 2-1 to Mjällby. It's hard not to feel like we should have done more. They did actually have another shot right after that, but still, I think we should have won this match. The fact that we've played this well against 2 top-flight sides in a row is very good news, but how do we not win that? Literally, this is now the list of people that have applied for the head of youth development job. Even people that have clubs, and nobody will accept anything less than £800 a week, which we can't offer them. It's mental. So Runa is leaving. The main reason for this was the wage contribution to sort out the situation with Panache, because technically he's not going to get a lot of game time this year, and we kind of had no choice. I don't like leaving us short there, but I'd rather at least try and replace it with a loan. Worst thing is, if we'd beaten Mjällby, which we should have done, we'd have actually qualified for the quarterfinals of the Swedish Cup. But now we have to play against EFK. It's not happening. 13K. I don't know how they... Look, even his record in Zimbabwe is still pretty solid, but I've seen him score... I think it was 42 goals he got in a 27-game season or something like that, was what he actually did. For an AI club, though. This one is a bit of a no-brainer. I'd expect us to look... Although, Erling Marcus just absolutely wrecked... Oh, rest of this match, against 10 men, maybe there's a chance. Chance here for Panache from a free kick, maybe. What's he got? Oh, he's got a goal. Degerfors 1, EFK Göteborg 0, and Panache with the beautiful free kick gives us the lead and a chance to qualify for the quarterfinals. No way. Is there a run from Panache, perhaps? Kvistgaard's got to drop this off to someone, and he does. Lindell, great ball for Ingebretsen. He's got so much space to get the shot away, potentially. Goes wide. Doesn't matter. It's 2-0. Degerfors 2, EFK 0, and it's Marius Ingebretsen. He's looked fantastic so far, and we are in a beautiful position now for something magical. 2-0. Degerfors 0, EFK Göteborg 0. Now, they definitely deserved more out of this match because they did actually create a lot, kind of like how we did in the last game. But we've got the result. We're through to the Swedish Cup quarter-final as group winners. Won the group. I can't believe it. And ironically, we probably, I mean, thing is, we should have beaten Mjällby in the last match. That was our best performance, and that's the one we lose. Today, we probably could have drawn, I would have thought. Would have been a fair, maybe they could have even won, but they didn't. So we get to play against Djurgården next. We'll probably, I know that, I think we have to do that because of the money. I forgot in Sweden you can buy home advantage. Really cool feature. But yeah, the extra money and the fact they'll pay us, we kind of have to. I think he truly could be the saviour of our season in this division. Or not this division, but you know what I mean. Simba. Taylor, it's a great goal already from Robert Taylor, and inside 8 minutes, they've already taken the lead. And that, is a sign of things to come, I sense. Taylor to deliver another one. Or saved and put over the line in the end by Ekdal. This is going to be a long old day, I think. With Reisha. Oh, God, this is going top bins from Hamps. Oh, no, ball around the side. Karim Konate makes it 3-0. I don't know how that even fell to him. Mental. Well, it seems we sort of shut them down a little bit in the second half, but the damage was kind of already done. That third goal was mental. 3-0 defeat against Djurgården, but what were we really expecting? This is not our fight. I think what we just really need to do now is find a couple of centre-back signings to just boost that area of the team, because that's clearly a problem. One of the other problems we're encountering as well is that loan signings, essentially, you cannot seem to get free loan signings. Essentially, unless you've got a parent club, which they won't let us have, hilariously. So I am putting a bid in from our former daddy club for Syriac Mayunga, a Central African Republic central defender, ironically, to see if we could grab him for the rest of the season as well, because I think that might have to be our last signing at this rate. Well, it actually worked. Whether he's good or not is a different matter. He's tall. Syriac is tall. He's fine. He's very, very limited. But he does have okay aggression and bravery. Good decisions making, which is quite important. Positioning's not bad either. Jumping reach at 13. He's not the quickest, but... more good news. Goalkeeper now out for 8 weeks. Jesus Christ, we are not having a good luck with injuries in pre-season, are we? More applicants for the head of youth development job. No one will accept the wages. Good. And just think, when Turgid does eventually come back, we can have him as the deep line forward because he's got that height. And him and Panache through the middle. Whew. So taking this guy, Oliver Olsen, on trial. He'd probably want insane money, but heading's good, marking's good, tackling's solid, decent speed, 6'2", could cover right wing back if we needed him to. Been able to free up a bit of extra cash with a lower expectation for the season, which might be enough to get that Danish guy, perhaps. But he'd be so good. Surely we just got to try it. Won't even talk to us. Sanders Ulf have offered a contract to Oliver Olsen, so we have to go back again to see if he's interested. Still not interested, so we waste the money's... Yeah, we're going to have to spend it elsewhere. I do have a couple of ideas, though. Kalle Björklund of Varbergs, he is transfer listed, and I think he would be an addition that we could actually reasonably have, potentially. Will they let us loan him? No. What about buy him? I think we might just about be able to afford him. £28,000. We can shift a bit of that. Provided he wants less than £1,000, we might be able to get him. Then there's also the potential of Ismail Gerti on loan from Halmstad as well to potentially pack it. Give us one more option in the attacking mid. See if I can get him down to regular starter. Okay, good. Please don't want too much money. Okay, good. We can work with this. We can work with this. And after all that, Halmstad are willing to give him to us for free. That transfer deadline is in like 2 days. We need to get these 2 signings done. Also, apologies if this has been a slightly longer one than even normal. With the being less frequent, I feel like I can make them a little bit longer for you, but also I just wanted to get up to this first day of the season and actually play the match for you. Kalle Björklund is in. I think he'd be the best centre-back at the club. He's 6'3", has great jumping reach, and I think he just gives us a little bit more. It's what we've needed this whole time. £450 a week. It's cost us £28,000, but... we just needed to make it done, I think. And Györti's in as well. So it's 2 more players just to give us a little bit more. So, first day of the season. We travel away to Västerås. And it's going to be tough. I'm going to do a selection advice, but I will change a lot of this around again anyway. I want to know what... Oh, because we've got to bring in Newman. So that's fine. Farnberger will have to come in today, I think, because Angeleri is still knackered, still injured. He's definitely better there. Lindell is suspended for the first game of the season, terrifically. Björklund in the middle. Actually, I'm fine with that, but Farnberger obviously not playing left. Olsen can play there. Hurl as well. Right, so I want to make sure that Björklund is the one on set pieces too. Minimum 9 players trained in Sweden. Oh, dear God. Right, I've been able to add a couple guys from our youth team to the bench as well. That's concerning. I figured they'd at least have enough players to begin with. So that is going to be our lineup for our first game. Can Panache get things cracking the way we hope he will do? Starting as a poacher, probably will change that, though, I sense. Now, obviously, thus far, every match we've played has been against the team in a higher division, technically, but we have managed to win 2 of them and look very good in the one that we lost in the Cup League stage too. So pretty impressed with that. Now, of course, there's going to be changes based on, they would have been playing weaker sides, etc. As Panache is already through, and he's nearly had a chance to score straight off the bat, but it doesn't matter. It's a penalty already. He has 11 penalties and the same composure as Panache, so in theory, he should be better for this job. Västerås with a chance to fall behind early, and it's a simple one, and Dejafor's lead in the first game of the season, and it's William Kendall straight off the bat. Carlsberg long ball, and it's in off the crossbar and cleared away to the box maybe. Oh, Kendall. Ingebrigtsen, it's very tight in here. He might get the shot away, you know, and he got all the way through, and it's over the bar. Kendall to deliver this one. What? Cleared off the line. Not only have we lost it, we're into the channel now for Pettersson. Need someone getting back. Someone's coming across to try and block this. It's a good touch from Sanchez. Ooh, Kvistgaard right on the edge of the box. Don't know why he's taking it, but it's off the bar. Should have been Panache, surely, on that one. Well, half time, and I think we actually have somehow managed to be the better side comfortably. Even though the penalty has definitely helped us, I think we've still been good. Here we go. Kendall to put one in. There's men at the back post. One of them is Vert over the crossbar. There does appear to be a head of steam building up here for Westeros now. It's a good ball in. Kone's header is well wide. It's been a very weird game from us. We haven't had a lot of chances in terms of just sheer number of shots, but when we have had, we've had some okay ones. The penalty definitely makes us look better than we have been, I would say, even with that. Right, come on. Oh, he's knocked it down. This is a chance for them, and it's a good save from Sanchez again. But it does look like it's going to be Westeros 0, Degerfors 1. That penalty is going to hopefully, at the moment anyway, with seconds left, oh God, please no, win us this match. As Sanchez grabs the ball, and that will win the match for us. Big, big save at the end from Robert Sanchez. Huge fan. Not Robert, Richard Sanchez. I think in the end, we were definitely deserving winners. It's just weird because they had so many shots. They were just of low quality. The penalty definitely helped, but even if you discount that, it would still be very, very close. Huge win. Panache didn't do well, though, but he did win the pen. In fact, no, we've just won away at the second favourites for the promotion in the title. Okay, that's a really good start to the season to win away at probably the joint second favourites for this league. Really huge win and a good start for us there. So obviously we're going to barrel into the season in the next video and really get cracking through some matches, and I'm looking forward to it because I think we've actually got quite a fun squad here with Panache in the team. I never thought I'd see that man again in one of my teams, and that makes me so damn happy and exciting to see him in there and hopefully banging a load of goals for us in the league, even if he did have a slightly poor opening performance. If you've enjoyed this video, and I realize this probably has been quite a long one, drop a like. That'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be lovely as well. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday. Again, Showdown Draft right now over on Twitch, so join that as well. And follow on TikTok. Why not? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.